Jared and I were discussing pocket knives the other day, and I had discussed what I felt like was a proper pocket knife. And so he asked me to do one of these tailgate talks describing pocket knife, its uses and how it's used, and how each task is assigned. And so that's the point of the video today, a proper pocket knife. Now, I'm no more qualified to talk about a pocket knife than anyone else, but this is what I have put a lot of time and effort into thinking about. Maybe my mind's not as occupied as it should be to spend this much time thinking about a pocket knife. But a pocket knife is something I use every day, every single day. I can't think of a day I haven't used it. Well, those 6 days in 2019. But other than that, I've used a pocket knife. And growing up on a farm and just in general life, for a lot of different tasks. And that has led me to believe that this is the ultimate in proper pocket knives. The Case Large 3-bladed Stockman. Now, it doesn't have to be a case. It doesn't have to be a Stockman pattern. It needs to have 3 blades. A proper pocket knife has 3 blades. Now, you can have a 1-bladed knife, but it just means you left most of your knife at home. You can have a 2-bladed knife. It just means you don't have enough blades. You could have a 4-bladed knife, but you're just being showy. A 3-bladed knife. Why 3 blades? Each blade has a task, a purpose, or purposes. And that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to look at this for a minute. On a Case 3-bladed Stockman, you have 3 blades. You have a large blade, and then you have 2 smaller blades. Those 2 smaller blades will you use for most everything you do, or I do. And they all have a specific job. Let's start with this one right here. I think that's referred to as a sheepfoot blade by Case. That is my workhorse. That does everything, almost, in a daily chores. Everything from preparing food, culinary tasks such as peeling things, cutting up an apple, that sort of thing, to minor to medium surgeries around a farm. That knife will get it done. The shape of the blade, the size of the blade is perfect. It fits your hand, you can work with it, you can choke way up, and you can really be precise. If you're doing surgery or peeling an apple, those are 2 things you want: control and precision. So that blade does most of the work. In fact, I just used this blade because I got up here to do this little video and I realized I didn't have any way whatsoever to hold my phone. So I got a little sweet gum and made a monopod using this knife. Now, that's blade 1. I've already said that blade does most of the work. Well, why do you need 3 blades? I said most of the work. Next, we move on to the next blade. This blade is kept razor sharp. Why is it kept razor sharp? 2 main reasons. Number 1, sometimes you need something razor sharp. Sometimes you need to cut something with extreme precision. Sometimes you might need to cut a piece of paper, which is harder to cut than you'd think, and it needs to be razor sharp. Or sometimes, most importantly, you need to show someone how sharp your knife is. Use that blade. You could use the one you've been using, but it's not razor sharp, you just used it. But this one is razor sharp. You don't have to show them the other blades. You use this one. Show them how razor sharp it is. They're impressed. If they're not impressed, you need new friends. My father always kind of implied that you kind of look down upon a man who doesn't carry a pocket knife, but you feel sorry for a man who carries a dull pocket knife. Don't be caught with a dull pocket knife. 3 blades. 1 can always stay sharp. If you've got 3 dull blades, then you've had a tough day. Now, that moves us on to the big blade. I think Case refers to that as a clip blade. Why do you need that large blade? Don't use it that much, really. I don't. I use the other 2 mostly. It's a little too big for most chores. But there are a couple of chores where this blade is the best. Number 1, as an eating utensil. Now I just talked about how we could use the other one to peel stuff. This one, for cutting slices, great. Eating watermelon, no finer implement has man ever devised than that blade right there to slice the heart out of a watermelon that you're eating. Phenomenal. The other main chore of this is when you have something that's got on you that shouldn't be on you. Mud, manure, grease. You can use this to scrape that off your clothing. Get most of it off, then you have to just take care of the rest of it with soap and water. Works great to scrape unwanted material off of you. Kind of odd that you would use the same knife to eat watermelon and scrape manure, but it's worked. Don't question the system. It works. Now, that's the main job of these 3 blades. Like I said, you could accomplish that with 1 blade. I have another knife tool that I carry every day, a Leatherman multi-tool. No one should leave home without one of these every day. I use this every day. It has a pocket knife or a knife blade on it. It's really dirty right now. I can't remember what I used it for, but there it is. Is it a knife blade? Yes. Would it work? Yeah. But again, why would you want to live such a boring life as to carry this when you could carry a thing of beauty like a bone-handled Case Stockman? Life's too short to carry a boring pocket knife. Get a quality pocket knife. Sharpen those 2 little blades. Leave the big one dull for eating watermelons and stuff. Then really enjoy having a proper pocket knife. Learn the joys of having those 3 blades. Learn what they're each used for and enjoy that. I hope this video has been informative and useful.